Apple, or why people prefer Dell or Sony or Microsoft. That is the competitive strategy. That is their core competencies or competitive strategy. Some competitors here will go for quality. They are not compromising on the price. Apple, Microsoft. So they are selling their things based on their quality, right? So that they don't care about that whether our products will go to the end of the world or not. They will say they just focuses on that our product is worth buying and is quality oriented. Others, Lenovo, and there are many others brand, they just focus, for example, on price being a low cost, like many Chinese like Xiaomi laptops and others, they are very cheap. So they focus is on, they are competing, they are selling their products based on low cost. Others are, for example, Dell and HP, they are selling their product based on their technologies. Maybe the outer look is not very impressive, but inside the chip is very much advanced. All right? So they need to focus on that. So even though the market is the same, you are selling the same product, but you are employing different competitive strategies. How you are placing your product in the market. All right? So single business unit, SBU, which is, for example, in this case, which is responsible to make laptops. Single independent business of an organization that formulates their own competitive strategy. So the laptop division, how you want to sell your laptops. I gave you the idea of competitive strategy. So number one, either you are competing or selling based on quality. So it means you don't care the price. You see that there are people who don't care about the price, they care about quality. So we are giving the high quality stuff. Others are competing based on low cost. Others are competing based on technology. We will be giving you TFT screens, 4K resolution, 5K resolution, 8K resolution, whatsoever. Right? And there can be other factors as well that comes from other stuff, some unexplainable phenomena, for example, national factors. We are Americans, we only buy Americans, whatsoever is the case. Whether the price is high, low, new technology or not, we just buy Americans. So there are other factors and we cannot explain all the factors here. So all other factors are here in other factors. So we call these competitive strategies as competitive advantage in which we set an organization apart its distinct edge. So why Apple products are selling? So they base that on quality, and they say that no one can match our quality standards. Maybe they lack some chip qualities or something, but their screens, their durability is the top notch. Some are of low cost strategies. They focuses on just, okay, why most people buy this laptop for emails, for watching movies, for running some softwares. Okay, that's it. So they focuses on there, and other stuff they just remove that, or have a substandard or very cheap quality. They just install it and that's it. They compete based on price. And some are technology oriented, also like Apple. So you can use their laptops to edit professional films. You can run heavy softwares like Microsoft. Their chip or their Intel chips or whatsoever is the top notch one. So they have their 10th generation, 11th generation CPUs or Intel chips with them. That's it. Right? So now, having this competitive advantage is easy, right? If I want to launch my product, I will say that okay, I will be competing based on quality. So my objective is complete. Answer is big no. Why? Because what if you cannot sustain this competitive advantage? If you are competing based on quality, but you cannot sell it, but you are failed to put this quality impression in the mind of your consumer, or you cannot maintain that quality, then your competitive advantage is just finished. The thing is, you need to be remain competitive in this industry by sustaining your competitive advantage. The business must not develop a competitive advantage, but they must also sustain it, so that it cannot be taken away. So many organizations, they pay a huge amount sums of money on social media, or if you go through some top Hollywood movies, you'll see that only two brands of laptops, either they are Apple or either they are Microsoft, like Surface Book, Surface Pro X. In the movie businesses, maybe they are using iPad or Apple laptop. So it's not free. They pay money for the actors to hold their laptops, or Microsoft now is putting huge investments in news reporting section, so where news are coming from. So they have a laptop, and they are watching the laptop, and over there is the logo of Microsoft or Apple. Otherwise, they just paste a blank paper on the logo, right? So they are paying that so that they can have a sustainable advantage, so that in the mind of the people they recognize this. Okay, this is worth buying. This is of some kind of quality, because in the movie business, even the soldiers are using iPad, iPhone. Even the businessmen, they are using Surface Book or Apple whatsoever. In every scenario, students are using Microsoft Surface or Apple products, so it's worth buying. So we call this sustaining competitive advantage. We call this, to build this kind of advantage, economic moat. So economic moat, basically you are building a moat around the business which can help to sustain this quality or technology or low cost competitive advantage, in which you protect your long term profits and market share as well. So this, the term moat, basically was popularized by none than other great investor Warren Buffett. And he said that, as well as to visualize the concept of keeping competitive advantage, if you cannot sustain it, you are done. So how to sustain your competitive advantage? Through quarter 5 forces model. Number 1, you categorize that whether in our market there is a threat of new entry or not. If you are making huge profits, then of course you would be worried about that somebody else will enter the market and take away my market share. Then what strategy I would do? Whenever a new enter the market, everyone start dropping the prices. Why? To discourage the new entrant. So you need to see that whether, if the new entrant is coming, what strategies I need to do. Should I decrease the prices or make it more higher or something? What should I do? Whether I shift my competitive advantage from quality to low cost, or maybe low cost to inventory or something. And then threat of substitute. People have the substitute for your product or not. If yes, then you need to reconsider your price and your competitive advantage. If the same stuff can be done from a mobile app, then you need to focus more on mobile rather than on laptops. Or if things can be done only on laptops, then focus is on laptop. And don't worry about that switching the stuff. And then bargaining power of buyers, whether the negotiation power of buying or prices are in the hands of buyers or not. So when this happens, when buyers have more substitute, so they have the power. If you cannot reduce the price, we don't want to buy from you. We will buy only where they have a discount. So they go over there and buy from, for example, in clothes industry, we have D&G, we have H&M, we have Levi's, we have Old Navy, right? So whenever you see that there is a discount in one of those stores, one of those clothes brands, people rush over there. If H&M has a discount, Old Navy also announced the discount. Other, the stores, they also announces the discount. Why? Because they know that the buyers have substitute and buyer has the power. What if the supplier has the power? So if you have a profitable business and your suppliers is one, for example, in case of Boeing airplane, in which 90% of their products are outsourced, coming from Japan, China, Germany. So what if suppliers say that, okay, I don't want to sell you, for example, the tires, the aircraft tire. So your product is incomplete. So do you have other suppliers who can supply you those tires or not? If not, then it means supplier had the power. So if you want to buy a tire for your aircraft from Germany and nobody else is supplying you, then supplier has a power. He has the power to tell you, okay, I'm gonna sell you with $1,000 a tire, or $10,000 a tire, or maybe $100,000 a tire. You cannot do anything. So if you have more supplier of the parts, then you can say that, okay, if you don't want to supply us, we can have a contract with somebody else. All right. And the last one is current rivalry. How much is the fierce competition between the competitors? Either you are rival like Coke and Pepsi, they are rival like 7-Up and Sprite, they are rival. Their products, they are rival, right? So in this case, in order to be a competitive based on quality, you cannot sustain that. Why? Because both are of the same kind of quality and people want to buy the cheaper one. So you need to shift your competitive advantage, and if you want to sustain that, follow your competitor's instinct, right? Now, choosing a competitive strategy. So there are 4 types of competitive strategy. Cost leadership, like low cost. Differentiation strategies, like based on some kind of quality or something, different products. Focus strategies, in which you include both, whether you are having a quality oriented but selling some specific type of customers, or either you are stuck in the middle, whether you are transferring from cost leadership to differentiation or differentiation to focus. So cost leader strategy, you decrease your cost to the level that nobody can beat you. If I want to enter the market and I say that okay, their cost is to produce one